Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another for Harley Davidson, for F-150 Harley Davidson with two issues this time. This is coming from Texas, Bruce Moore. This is your computer. He has two concerns. One is the very common and very dreaded issue with this one, which is the long crank no start, which most of the times is the analog to digital converter, and that is a very pricey component. And the second one is the purge valve or vapor valve, the full code, 4 codes that also is the purge valve. Full code P0443, he said he cannot get rid of those codes. And that also will do the readiness not complete, because if the 443 is not corrected, you can never get the emissions to pass. All right, so he is in here for that. As I normally do, have everything pretty much ready to go except for powering up anything. I have the scanner booting up and everything, but not connected yet. So let me see what's going on in there. Give me 1 second, guys. User error, forgot to turn it on. And let me move that microscope out of the way. Working in another computer. All right, this is his computer, and it has some seals. Definitely somebody either sold the module to him, or it was already in a temp repair, which I'm not sure because he didn't give me that information. So I got my instrument cluster here. The only reason the cluster is in here is to see the RPMs, and this is the RPM gauge. And I have the Snap on SUS Plus, power up. It's not connected yet. So let me go over to the folder, which is very short right now because all we have is his concerns. This is just a picture, so for the records, computer part numbers, everything is in there, so there is no misunderstanding later on after repairs or something. This is a EK02. The part number on this computer is 2C6A-12A650-AC, and this is very unique to those 2003, and then we see the rest. This is just for me, and then this is the concerns. It says codes that never goes off. Try currenting. Oh no, try everything. P1000 onboard diagnostic systems readiness test incomplete. P0443, that's an EVAP, is emissions related. So yes, your OBD readiness monitors will never complete if this is not fixed. Purge valve circuit malfunction, and this is also a very common situation that can lead to a bad analog to digital converter. So we might have one problem or circuits, because sometimes the purge valve can just damage parts of the circuit, and I will do that testing and find out. But then for about 3 years, he said delay start, have to leave the key on and try it now and then till it starts. Wow. So it seems like he's been having this computer for a while. If key was turned off and on again, then waiting, processor starts again. Yeah, this is definitely sounding like the analog to digital converter. We'll see how that goes, Bruce. All right, so let's put the stuff on the screen for you guys to see. Let me get the foolproof here, which is the simulator I use to inject the signals. So let me get this window not so big. We don't really need that much in there. And let me get the SUS in the screen as well. I'm going to resize that window. Give me 1 second. In here, we're just going to see, well, we're actually going to see two things in here. So let me resize the upper one a little bit more, so I can feed both kind of like in the same part, and you guys can see more. Yeah, I think that's plenty. All right, so as is right now, we have, or I have, sorry, the simulator is on, but the computer is not powered up, neither the clusters, and I have not connected the scanner. I will not connect the scanner until I do the first test, which is to reproduce the long crank no start condition, which the way that I have this connected with the simulator already on and providing the crankshaft position sensor and camshaft position sensor signals, which should have immediate response on RPMs, and we should see coils and injectors firing. So on the upper section image, or that green screen you see there, the last on the right is 4 injectors and 2 coils. So if this fires, we should see a spray of injectors and 2 sparks in there. Like, that's kind of like the software thing. I have the actual load boxes in here where I will be able to see that And if you see right here is a blinking light, that's the RPM signal, which is already being sent. So the computer, this is obviously a control environment, and this is my own testing to confirm the problems on the setup or in the computer. But so again, if this works well, and it will fire instantly, even before the cluster does the sweep, because since the cluster doesn't have power or ignition, it's like you disconnected the battery, it will do a sweep test first, and then come back and then read the RPM. And that's normal because of it's no power. But even before we see the RPM needle reaching the RPM, we should see those signals in there as the image of a sprays of injector and so on. So I have my box in here, and you see everything is off, no lights on the cluster or anything. So I'm going to put the battery power first. That's the first switch. You can see the light right here when I'm moving my finger. And then the second one is the ignition, which I'm going to count to 3, and then we'll see if it's any reactions. 1, 2, 3. Nobody's home. So this is 100% reproducing the first concern, which is the long crank no start. And probably the way he is describing, if I leave this on for a while, we should see out of the sun, all the sun, injectors and coil firing. So he didn't put any timing on there, and if it happens every single time, because sometimes this computer, it doesn't do it on the first one, so you have to cycle the key and wait again. I have a customer that he said he had to attempt 15 times before the car started. I'm like, wow, you waited for that long? Yeah, he said, yeah, I didn't knew about you. And this is where, if you subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and you click that bell and that notification, it helps my small business and help others find me, because the most you subscribe, the more YouTube promotes my videos, and that's how you find me as well. So keep subscribing, keep hitting the like and the bell button, so you can help me help others. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's definitely nobody here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the ignition on, and we're going to, I thought I saw the RPM signal mode. Maybe it was just the reflection. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to establish a communication with the scanner, which everything should be on. All right, so let's click on the scanner icon on the diagnostics. I'm going to click on 4. This should do an automatic ID. And the last big number should be KC62893. And yes, we have that in there. And you can see it's actually really quick. Well, look, you see? So we're definitely reproducing. You can see that I'm an expert on this computer. So don't even try to send this to anyone else, because they're just a bunch of rookies that are trying to copy because they see what I'm doing, but they don't really know. I actually have mapped out entirely these computers. I know this, and I have all the components to repair them 100%. No failure. Yeah, component can fail, but my work is perfect. Always, I am very careful, very methodical with my solders, and I test everything. I'm a human and I can fail, but I have 100% success rate on these computers, no problem. All right, as you can see, this is running. And most likely, if I turn the ignition off and turn it back on, easy, same thing, not running. So we are definitely here reproducing Bruce concerns with no, to the dot. But let's go over to the the purge valve, which here I have a test light connected to the purge valve, which is in pin 56 on the computer. The computer will provide the ground side of that circuit, and then the other side through the vehicle right harness is providing the power. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm providing power through ignition in here, and the computer should already have do a test in that, and it didn't. So this is already, for me, a fail, no doubt about it. But let's do a self test. So we're going to enter here engine powertrain. I'm going to just select anything in here will work for me, but it's an automatic transmission, so automatic with air conditioning. I'm going to go into codes menu, and this is where is the test that I always do, is the key on engine off self test. So the first one, key OEO, it means that key on engine off self test. So this will do a self test inside the computer to actuate some outputs, including the purge valve. So what we need to see here, if the computer is working good, which I'm already seeing no response from there, it should be that this light will come on, then we'll go dim, and then a flicker, and then goes on and then off. It all depends on the year, because this is a 2003. Sometimes it's just an on and off but it has to do something. And we should not get the P0443. If the system is fine, we should get the P0446, which is for the bend valve, but not the purge valve. So let's see how this reacts. Right? Well, before we do that, I want to make sure, and this is always something that I recommend to everybody, make sure that you test your equipment. So I have power onto one side. I'm going to provide the ground. Oh, you see? I wouldn't have been burned because it looked like this bulb is no good. Ha ha ha. See, I'm glad I did that. Okay, let's see what's going on in here. Give me 1 second, guys, to fix this. All right, let me do the test now with you guys so you can see the test light working. And now you can see the light working perfectly. So I will have to cycle the key in order to see that working or not now with, the normal key on health test. But you see right now the computer run. All right, so let's do the key on engine on self test over these. I have to turn the signal off because I would not do key on engine off because we have a running vehicle, right? So we have to turn the signal off just the way I just did. Oh, did I close it? No, I didn't. Something happened with that software. Let me fix this up. Yeah, that was early morning for the computer as well too. All right, so let's go into the key on engine off self test. I don't see anything happening on the purge valve. Okay, it did now turn on and off. All right, so let's see the Folco P0443. If we have it, should be at the bottom. That's why I'm scrolling down. I know this vehicles very well. If it's here, it is. All right, so we got the P0443. Right now, it should be on the bottom of the screen, which is the scanner. Let me see if I can put it all the way to the top on the list, and I can. Oh, I just click on that. Why is it doing a self-test again? Doesn't matter, right? All right. Okay. Right now we have it up in is the first one on that list. You see P0443 EVAP system purge valve fault. So we can definitely reproduce the system 100%. And sorry, the concerns of the customer in here. So we got a P0443 that doesn't go away, and we have the long crank no start. So I'm going to open the computer now, perform my tests and my repairs, and I'll be right back with hopefully a fully working computer, which I have repaired pretty much 100% of them, unless somebody touches them and is damaged to no repair. But that will be the only scenario. It looks like this has been on the vehicle for a very long time, but I don't know. I don't like those tabs and everything in there. I mean, those seals. But we'll see. Let me work this up, and I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I finished the repair. Let's do the test in the same order. So let's do first the long crank no start. So I know now. I mean, like I said, I'm an expert on this one, but knock on wood, right? All right, let me put the full probe in the view. And so is the SUS. Like I said, we're going to do this first test of the no crank no start to make this camera come a little bit this way so you can see the switches. Perfect. All right, so full probe is injecting the signals, but everything else is off. All right, so battery power first, and then ignition in 1, 2. I like that sound. That's like a music to my ears. See, the signals are there, and the cluster hasn't even finished to do the sweep test. In the car, you will not see that. You need to see the RPM as you're cranking. But now we know that is 100% fixed. I'm going to turn the ignition off, like I did at first, and then turn the ignition back on, and 1, 2. Again, completely fixed. The long crank no start, fixed 100%. So this is was definitely the issue. I'm going to turn the ignition on the simulator as I did before, and realistically we don't need that no more. I can even close that software because we're done with that test. The next test that we need to do is to do the purge valve test to make sure that we can get rid of this P0443. So I'm going to make that view greater or bigger. to do the test, right? So you can see now it's off. I'm going to power everything off to see if we do see anything in here doing the self-test. It looks like this computer does not do that. And again, this is all depends on the year model and maybe the connection I'm also doing, because I'm providing it through ignition, and maybe this is set up to do through constant battery power. I'm not sure, I have not seen the diagram, but it doesn't matter. So what we need to do, and this is concerned, he cannot get rid of the P0443. All right, so let me get the scanner closer to me. I am still there, so I'm going to go back. Let's do the key on self-test. I'm not going to erase any full codes or do nothing. Let's see what we see on that test light. Right, it's on. And it's off. But hopefully you saw how long that on was compared to the first one. So you see this is a 2003. So in 2002 it does one 2000 to 2002. In middle of 2002, which sometimes is considered 2003, it does that. But this one is not, and all that depends on the calibration, whatever manufacturer is sending you to do the self-test. So it's nothing to do with the wrong or anything wrong in the circuit, but the proof of the fix will be to get rid of that fault code. So let me, again, scroll down to make sure that the P0443 is no longer present, which I replaced everything on the circuit, and I had to replace the analog to digital converter, which was at the end the problem of the long crank condition. All right, so we are going now into the AVAP system right here. I'm going to keep that portion of the screen so you can see that we got a P1451 band valve, P0453 pressure, P0. Now we're doing we're going into the O2 sensor heater circuits, which this is not a problem. I'm going to scroll down and put the evap, the last evap or the first evap, so the 1451 on the screen, and keep it for you to see and for Bruce to see that this is no longer there. So we have absolutely no issues whatsoever. I'm going to go now past the first screen. So I'm going to stop here so you can see that this was the first up to P0161, and I'm going to keep scrolling down to show you, okay, actually the last fault code is P1401. So the P0443 is no longer present. This is 100% fixed. This computer is 100% repaired. Bruce, this will no longer give you any issues. You will be able to start to finally, after so many years, run your vehicle as it's supposed to, and then be able to pass emissions, because now you can complete the monitors and no more check engine light or anything in there, at least for these concerns that you or I'm addressing to you. I do also say that I'm not just correcting those. I did correct those first to make sure the computer is repairable and everything is working fine. But I always replace injectors, drivers, coil drivers, capacitors, dials, voltage regulator. I apply the conformant coating, the original conformant coating, onto the board to protect against, moisture, because this is not waterproof. It's moisture resistant layer. That's only to prevent corrosion. And this coating the Ford uses is really, really good, because the boards, even this one's 2003, right? We're talking about 29 years old, right? Am I saying that right? No, 23 years old, sorry. It's looking like brand new. I mean, you go and see these boards, unless somebody has touched it and doesn't have this conformant coating, they look like brand new. I mean, so, and as far as it keeps the components, because yeah, the life of a component, it doesn't go along how nicely they look. They have life, ending lifetime, which are capacitors, diodes, voltage regulators, so on. And that's what I replace all that in order to give the customer a 1-year warranty. All right, guys, I see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye. Bruce, thank you so much.